Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. It is Cool Groove coming to you with another video. Like I said, Saturday's video with the reaction piece to Sam Harris. I'm trying something new. And as you can see on the screen, everyone without a shadow of doubt knows what that is. It's a flag. Not just any old flag. It's the American flag. What are flags? Why do we have flags? Flags are used as a symbol of an ideology, of a country, of a group of people. It brings unity. It is our banner. It is when we call to arms, we bring our American flag and everyone drawn to the flag. We pledge allegiance to the flag, to the country, not the people in it. We swear an oath to the Constitution. If you're in law enforcement or in the military, you swear an oath to the flag and our Constitution, not per se the politicians in charge. It is sad today that over the last few years, especially in certain states, i.e. California, it's actually considered racist to carry this flag or wear this flag. It's considered racist because, oh, it was founded on slavery. No, it wasn't. America was founded on a freedom of religion, to be able to do worship how we choose to worship, to get away from the king and the queen, to where we're able to do stuff. We're not being taxed without representation. That's what American flag was on. Now, our forefathers, like i.e. John Adams, wanted to do away with slavery on the founding of the country. Unfortunately, the southern colonies wouldn't agree with it. Matter of fact, if you can find the copy or check out the copy of the original the original first draft of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, sorry, I'm getting my words, stumbling on my words there, wrote in there that upon a slave owner's death, he had the right to be able to free his slaves. You see, because the King of England, it was law that you couldn't do that because you were robbing your children's inheritance, because back then, we all know what slavery was. Africans were property, not humans, which is sad. That's why 100 years later, in 1860, the Republican Party was founded in Jackson, Michigan, to be able to help put the steps forward to freeing the slaves. Now, it is important to note that not all, though they were the majority, but it didn't matter what color skin you were. I have Irish descent, and I know England had Irish and Scottish slaves for forever. And it wasn't until the Africans became more of a, they were able to get their African ancestors to sell their own people to the white man, that slowly went out of existence. And I know that was extremely controversial, because I'm not supposed to say that out loud, you know, that there were black slave owners, white slaves, But that's not why I'm going on there, and I digress. But flags, you see it. When I see the American flag, I sense pride. Then you have this flag. Sorry. So we have this flag. This is the Colonial Flag. This flag represents the first 13 colonies to become states. You know, the FBI is, you know, you almost want to joke around that the FBI are the KGB of today. Because it has been reported that not only are they bumbling over the Mar-a-Lago raid, they are now saying that if you fly this flag, you're an extremist. Yeah, and then if you have the nerve to step up in your school board meeting and protest what the teachers are trying to teach your kids, you're an extremist too. That's not how society's supposed to work. That's exactly what happened in Russia, China, and Germany. POW flag. You know, it's supposed to honor the memory of all the soldiers who were captured in war or was lost in action, and the families were never able to get the closures because we were never able to find them. When you see that, you pride. I had family. I had 6 cousins in Iraq the second time around. I don't know how many of them I had the first time around. Here's another flag. We all know what this flag is when we see it. It's the Red Cross flag. You know, if you see this flag, if you're in a medical emergency or you need blood, you can go there and they help you. Right here. We see this flag. We all know this is the CCP flag. This is the flag of Communist China. When we see this Chinese flag, we think communism, dictatorship, Muslim concentration camps. Families only able to have 1 kid, though they've since lifted that ban. They took over Hong Kong. They want to take over Taiwan. It is allegedly believed that from Swalwell to McConnell, and Biden and the Bidens, that they're paying most of our politicians for their bidding. Again, it's alleged. I'm sure there's proof. And check Hunter's laptop. Here's another one. Nazi flag. We all know that. You know, Republicans are constantly accused of being Nazis. So let's take a minute. Nazi Germany, when Hitler came into the power, they took away their guns. Oh, we'll protect you. They censored speech. They demonized the Jewish people. They blamed the Jewish people for all their problems resulting from World War I. Huh. What does the Democrat Party want to do? Take our guns. They want to censor our speech. And they demonize conservatives and Christians, all to get what they want. Here's the USSR flag. Again, you see this flag, it's synonymous with the Chinese flag. It's something that's embedded in our brain. Now this is the newer version. This is the gay pride flag. They've updated it as they've added the alphabets to the LGBT movement. In my personal opinion, if you're attracted to the same sex, that's between you and your maker, i.e. God. If you think that you're one gender when you were born another gender, that's on you. I will show you love and respect when you're in my presence. I won't agree with it. I will show true tolerance and tolerate it. I will include you, be a true inclusive person, and include you in my conversations if you're in my presence. But I will not go out of my way to make it a law that if I disagree with you or I say something that you don't agree with, I could go to jail for hate speech. Just ain't gonna do it. And I don't know if it was on a YouTube video response or a Twitter tweet response. I was told, I read that conservatives like myself are afraid of the LGBTQI. And I said, no, nay. I do not. I'm not. I'm saddened from my beliefs and my truth. I'm saddened. And if you want to do this, hey, that's on you. But where does it end? From the moment in the 90s when they legalized homosexuality, our country went down a slippery slope, because after legalizing homosexuality, we legalized same-sex marriage. Once we did that, we allowed them to adopt. That's between you and me. Between you and, I'm not losing any sleep over it. Then it was, I was born a female, but I identify as a man. I was born a man, I identify as a female. If you want to dress up in the opposite, that's on you. I'm not losing sleep over it. But when we start indoctrinating our children about this stuff, when you have churches having drag shows, that's where I draw the line. That's where I'm going to say, nay. Because we're kids once. Granted, Joe Biden was a kid back in the George Washington day, but I'm sure we've all changed our minds like we changed our underwear. Whether you're going to be a basketball player, football player, rock star, movie star, lawyer, astronaut, we changed our minds. I have a 7 and 6-year-old boys who have told me multiple times since they are able to talk, they have changed their minds of what they want to be when they grow up. So at least all these things are coming down the pike about what's okay now that wasn't okay back then, and what was wrong back then is good now. And when I was making a comment on this about when they were trying to say that, let me back up just in case I accidentally deleted this from the first version and not paid attention. Sorry, like I said, this is off the cuff. I have no script writer and I have no producer. I am the one-man show here. I saw a YouTube video, I believe it was a YouTube video, that's saying that conservatives were afraid of the LGBTQ community. And I say, nay, we are not. We are only concerned with where is it going to end. As we could see where we've gone down the list to where now we're going after our kids, our future. We're already allowing parents and schools to transition our kids without even our consent. And if we argue at a school board meeting, the FBI calls us the terrorist. calls us the domestic terrorist or extremist. But I see there's two more paths that I hope that will never happen. One for sure. The other one, it's already in the works. It's been in the works now for a couple of years. That the minor attractive persons, because I can't say the other word or YouTube will flag me, which talks about being added into the LGBTIQI or whatever community. And it was, oh, no, that's not going to happen. Well, why did they do this? This is the MAPS flag. Blue represents those attracted to minor boys. Pink for the girls. Yellow and white has something to do with innocence and purity. See, they already went out of took the effort to come up with a flag. I almost wonder what the one, if they allow incest, will be. Just the album cover of I am my own grandfather. People, we cannot continue to be either for us or against us. We may not agree on everything, but there's a lot of stuff that we do agree on. But because we agree on this but disagree on that, you don't even have nothing to do with us. And on my side of the aisle is the same way. But like I said, I'm an independent conservative. I don't like the Republicans. And believe me, I'm working on a video on the Republicans. Because I believe that if I'm going to go after the left, I got to go after the right too. Because both sides got to be held accountable. So, on this ending note, I'm going to give it back to you. When is enough enough? How long will this have? When will it end? Because we know that if the left wins, we might as well be starting to speak Chinese. Well, I know that's a fear tactic, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't go that far, but you know, if we go to the right, if the right wins, Lord only knows how far they'll go. Because that's another thing I'll show you. I believe that the Democrats and Republicans are secretly working together to fool the American people that we actually have a choice. And when we don't. But that's just my opinion. And then, but if you like what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe button. Leave your comments below. Everything will be appreciated. Anything would be appreciated. If you like my video games, tell me to do video games, and I'll leave this stuff to the professionals. If you like this and don't like my video games, maybe I'll add more of these into it. All I know is my last videos got more views than half of my videos combined. So that's why I did this one so soon. So just remember, I love everybody. I don't care what your mama says about you. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the funny papers.